Hey everyone, and welcome back to Blackthornprod. I'm Noah. Now, there's no doubt that making game art is pretty fantastic. Designing characters, animating them, and then seeing them come to life inside of your game is magical. I'll also remember that epic feeling I got when I saw for the first time my little characters come to life and become part of a game world. Suddenly my drawings felt incredibly real, my monsters were a tangible threat that had to be dealt with, and my heroes actual characters that could move around an environment, battle vicious fiends and find loot. With that said, making art is tough. I myself struggle like crazy improving my skills in this area. Though bringing to life stunning worlds and characters sounds awesome, you'll need to practice like crazy before being able to do so, whether you're wanting to make 2D or 3D worlds. And so in this video, I'm going to give you a couple cool tips and tricks you can use to improve your artistic skills and be able to really bring those epic character and environment designs you have in your mind into reality. First of all, here's a quick summary of the tools I use to create my game art. If you've watched a few of my tutorials, you'll know I use Adobe Photoshop to make all the arts for my 2D games. Photoshop is awesome for any art style, be that gritty and textured, cartoony and colourful, or pixel art. However, it's pretty expensive, especially when just starting out, so some great free alternatives are GIMP, Krita, and Autodesk Sketchpad. They come with a bunch of neat tools and colors you can use to bring your worlds to life. On top of Photoshop, I use a drawing tablet, a Wacom Intuos Pro Medium to be exact. I highly recommend this one. I've had mine for more than 2 years now and it's still working perfectly. It's also pretty cheap given the amazing quality. For those who don't know, drawing tablets let artists draw with a pen, almost as if they're doing so with a traditional pencil on some paper, except everything they create shows up on screen, and as a result, can be animated and brought to life inside of an actual game. I just love the fact that I've literally got hundreds of pens and colors within this one drawing tablet pen. It's awesome. Of course, all the best drawing tools and softwares in the world won't really help you get better at drawing. As you've probably heard hundreds of times before, you get better at drawing with practice. That's really it, a lot of practice, drawing regularly, whether on paper or digitally. Now again, I still have so much room for improvement when it comes to making art. However, I have already improved a lot since starting making games, which was about 2 years ago now. Here's a few of my drawings and creations back then, and here are a few examples of what I can make now. I really improved simply by making a lot of art, by drawing almost every day for at least an hour, whether it was a simple character design or a monster or environment piece for one of my game projects. So tip number one, the only way to get better is by practicing, which is common sense. The trouble now is to find that motivation to do so. Finding the willpower to grab a pen and just start drawing can be incredibly difficult, especially when what you make doesn't look good. It is so easy to feel drained of any desire to create art because of your poor results, which leads me to a very important tip you must keep in mind. Do not focus on the results. What you make initially will, in most cases, suck. Big time. Your creations won't look that good, and that's normal. However, many people will just give up at this stage, concluding that they're not meant to do this. Instead, focus on the journey, on the drawing process, on creating, not the final creation. Focus on the fact that by creating initially bad-looking characters and worlds, you're already miles in front of everyone that isn't even trying. Being born with a talent for drawing will only take you so far. The so-called untalented person who loves what he does and creates a lot will quickly overcome any natural talent. Talent is actually something I kind of ignore. There's nothing worse than not doing something because you quote-unquote aren't talented enough. Anyone can make amazing art if they take the time to get better. It's as simple as that. And also, don't listen to those that mock or belittle your art. Don't pay any attention to anyone who claims you can't draw or that you're wasting your time doing so. Just keep creating and it will pay off in the end. Lastly, remember that motivation and a love for making art comes with momentum. The more you draw and practice and as a result improve, the more pleasure you'll get from doing so. Starting is actually the hardest part. finding the discipline and motivation to create is a big part of the battle. Once you overcome laziness and doubt, you've won, and from there you'll grow wings and be on your way to creating amazing things. Of course, you can learn and improve faster by watching tutorials. I have a bunch of videos on my channel on how to create game art and animations. However, always try and take what you learned from those tutorials and apply that newly acquired knowledge to one of your own projects. So if I show you, for example, how to create a cartoony game character, take an hour or two to draw a couple of your own unique cartoon characters. Now, drawing from life is also a sure, very powerful way of improving as an artist. Taking an hour or even just a couple minutes per day to draw the human figure, animals, the environment, and buildings that surround you will really improve your technical drawing skills. Doing so is incredibly difficult, but in the long run it's worth it. You'll have a stronger understanding of proportions, perspective, shading, all those core principles that will help you get better and be able to draw whatever you want. But again, life drawing is hard and sometimes quite boring. I myself am not very good at all at drawing normal, realistic humans, nature or animals. As you probably noticed, all my games and character designs feature weird, squishy looking creatures, unrealistic, simple environments, and planets with large, smudgy faces. Which leads to the fact that you don't need to master loads of technical skills and techniques and principles to be able to make cool, interesting arts. Look at Tim Burton's creations. They are weird and whimsical things, often very sketchy and rough looking. His character designs and environments didn't require amazing technical skills to pull off. What stands out here are the ideas and imagination behind every one of his designs. Now again, life drawing will really help you improve as an artist both on a technical level and also to find your own style. But being really good at it is not a must-have requirement to create fascinating, visually pleasing games. Undertale has quirky, lovable characters, but they're not that well done. They're very rough and blocky. Look at Minecraft, Slither.io, Geometry Dash. All have simple but at the same time wonderful art styles. So remember, your art doesn't need to be perfect, polished and or technically sublime to mark, please and inspire others. Even a bunch of stickmen can make for awesome worlds. With that said, I really hope you'll now start your game art journey. Just start creating, create anything. For example, make all the game arts for a simple endless runner where the player character must jump over some sort of hazard. Or create your own version of Flappy Bird with your own unique looking pipes, bird and backgrounds. It really doesn't matter if what you make looks crap. What matters is that you brought something to life and that you're improving. How about you also head over to the Blackthornprod Discord server and keep yourself accountable by posting new art every day over there. You'll have an awesome community of fellow game developers to back you up and give you feedback. Okay, I hope this video motivated you to make loads of game art. All the tips, tricks, tutorials and tools in the world won't take you anywhere if you don't have the proper mindset and the motivation. The big battle is in the mind. Believe you can make awesome things and you will. Just before wrapping up, note that me and my brother have just recently launched our very first Udemy course on how to make a complete 2D top-down shooter game inside of Unity. There I show you in detail how to sketch, paint and then animate various game characters. You'll find in the description a link to acquire the course at a discounted price. So definitely consider getting that if you want to learn more about how I make my game characters and worlds from A to Z. Alright, thanks so much for watching this video. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you enjoy the content. It's so appreciated and encouraging. Also, here's a shout out to my patrons for helping me out financially. You guys are really awesome. Okay, I'll see you soon for a lot more cool game dev content. Cheers!